3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to episode 104 with Ruse Radio. We've had a few people on this show 3 times, and we haven't done too many long distance episodes. I'm a close distance kind of guy. I like to touch people and get up close and personal with them, but today, that's okay. We will do this from afar. I've got my sister back on the podcast. What's up, sister?
Hi. I have a name.
Tell everybody your name.
Oh, my name's BEAU. My name is not sister. I hope. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Sister. Did you ever watch that show?
No, I think I'm too young for that. That was like just out of my generation.
Was it like Tamira and Tamara? What were their names?
Wasn't there the Rico Nasty song with the other girl, Tia Tamara?
Yeah, Tia Halida.
Is that right? I feel like I got that wrong now. I said that with too much confidence.
Was it Tia Halida that was like, a comedian, and then she started saying like flat earth and all these crazy things on Facebook? And I think it was Tia Halida.
I don't know who that is, but sure.
Hope that's
I believe
right.
you.
I don't want to give the people disinformation. I'm a man all about facts, I don't like disinformation.
Are you drinking root beer?
Yes, I am. You know what? So I was looking up like how root beer was originally invented, and it's sarsaparilla. It was made from a root. It's a type of root, and they would use it in like a similar process to how they would make beer. So,
like it's like aged, like in like kegs or whatever.
Well, that's the thing. Like now they don't do that. Now the root beer that you get is like this knockoff nasty stuff that's like meant to taste like what it originally was.
Okay. Oh,
root beer is awesome.
Didn't they used to have those like little root beer candies? Wasn't that a thing?
They don't have them anymore. They might still have them.
I don't know. I don't eat candy anymore.
Wow. You're better than everybody because you don't eat candy?
No, it just hurts my teeth.
Wow. That's sad, actually.
Yeah. I can't enjoy things like a normal person. But
when did that... Oh, your cat looks really scary back there right now.
That's what I was saying.
That was terrifying.
He's like chewing on his butt. He's been licking his butt this entire time.
Oh, that's nice. Does he do that a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, he does that
on his butt?
Well, he doesn't chew on it. He just kind of like cleans himself a lot. He's like not gross like your cat, who's like kind of stinky and like icky, because she doesn't clean herself properly.
My cat actually cleans herself pretty well.
I've smelled your cat.
If you know what happened, our mother walked into my apartment and she said, you like the way that you handle the cat litter that you buy, it's good because when I walked into your apartment, it didn't smell that bad. That's what she told me.
It didn't smell that bad. The key word was that. Bad.
Hey, she was a compliment because she was saying that I know there's a litter box right there and it doesn't smell like cat poop right now.
That's nice. One of the cats just pooped like 10, 15 minutes ago and I can still smell it like all the way across my apartment. It's very stinky.
It's moments like those in life you have to be thankful for what you do have, That's because there's good in life and there's bad in life. So when you're dealing with like the stinky smell of cat poop in your apartment, I think like it's good to remember all the good things you have.
Like what?
Cats.
Oh yeah, I have the cats themselves who produce that poop. Yeah. No, I do love them. I tell my cats that I love them a lot. Oh my God, you can see Tyrone now. He's gone. He's running away because I'm talking about them. I feel like they're camera shy. Like they know when I'm talking about them. But yeah, no, I tell my cats that I love them a lot. Like they're probably weirded out by me. I bet Marco doesn't know that you love her. I bet you don't say it enough.
Margot knows I love her. Margot knows I love her because she makes a point of it. She's like, Dad, please. Like, she forces me to let her know. If I don't let her know, she forces it out of me. So.
She's so weird now. Like, she used to not like people at all. Like, I feel like she used to be so, like, standoffish.
She's getting older.
How old is she now?
It's like 6 or 7.
Yeah, she's like the same age as Absinthe. I forgot. We got them around the same time.
Yeah, she's maturing. I think that's really what it is. I think she spent some time away from me and she changed a little bit. It was like going off to college, and now she's with me again, and she's grown up a little and matured. She's like, you know what, Dad, I understand our relationship now. And then whenever I leave her, she's like, oh, like, I'm so sad that you left me. I need you, Dad. I need you. I remember when we lived together at a house and you told me that Margot was acting different while I was gone.
She does. Like, I feel like she doesn't like acting like she likes people, but she really likes being around people. Like, she doesn't want you to touch her, but she wants you to be there.
She doesn't want you to touch her, but she does. Like, to the point where I'll be, like, squeezing her and she'll be like, meow, meow, meow. But she actually likes it. She's meowing.
Yeah, like in a good way.
She's play fighting.
Yeah.
So she's probably just conflicted on the inside. But even that, like, she's gotten a lot chiller with that. She doesn't like kids. She doesn't like children. I didn't tell you the other day, I was at the park with Oscar, and there were 2 kids who joined me in chasing Oscar with his ball. They were like 2 little kids, and they wanted to play with Oscar, so that we were chasing him around. And I was running like full speed chasing after Oscar, so we're going like 15 miles an hour. Oscar's fast. And the little kid's like trying to keep up. And then Oscar didn't really want to...
random kids? Did you introduce yourself first, or did they just run up?
One of them just ran up. His name was Leo. Yeah.
Did you ask, or was that just kind of like context clues?
No, I asked him. I was like, hey, his name's Oscar. What's your name? He said Leo. I wasn't trying to play with these kids, but, like, I'm not going to tell them go away, you know? So they're trying to play with Oscar. It was Leo, and then the other kid's name, I think, started with a T. I can't remember. He was short, so we'll call him Tyrion, like from Game of Thrones. But anyway, so it was the 2 little kids, and we were playing, and I threw Oscar was done playing because we had played for a while. We were at the park for like 30 minutes, and Oscar was getting tired. And he was trying to tell me, like, Dad, let's go home. But these kids wanted to keep playing with him. He's like, let me throw the ball. Let me throw the ball. So I handed him the ball, and I'm trying to get Oscar to play. I'm like, Oscar, look, who's got your ball? Look. And Oscar's, like, not interested anymore. He's like, Dad, I'm done with this. But, like, eventually he looks, and I can kind of get him to play along, but he doesn't really want to play. So then the kids start, like, chasing him, and Oscar's, like, he's running away, and he's kind of playing, but he's also kind of terrified of these children. And so that went on for a while, where he was, like, he kept running away from them.
He doesn't know them. They're strangers chasing after him.
Exactly, and the kids didn't really get that. They thought Oscar was playing along. And there was one kid who kept like, I want to tackle him. And then I'm trying to say like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know if Oscar's into this.
He's a little guy. He couldn't handle that.
I mean, honestly, he deals with monster. He deals with bigger dogs that jump all over him. So I don't think a little kid can do too much more damage. But
well, the last time he was at Mom's house and he was with Munster did snap at him. And that traumatized him for a while.
He's got a hard life, Oscar. He's got a hard life.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a scared little guy.
You know, shout out to all my people with dogs with anxiety. Okay, there's a lot of us out there, a lot of dogs with anxiety out there. Dog anxiety awareness should be acknowledged. Mm-hmm. You know? Yes, it should be. And let me tell you why, okay? There's too many people walking around this world where you walk up to them, you say, hey, did you know some dogs have anxiety? And those people, their minds are blown. They have no idea that this is the truth. And I'm happy to tell them because it means I'm doing my job as a professional mind blower. Folks, we've got professional mind blower t-shirts out now. Great way to support the show. They are awesome shirts. Fantastic addition to your wardrobe, and they are only $25 with shipping included. Okay, so if you're hearing this, your ears are perking up, you want to let everybody know that you blow minds, I got the shirt for you. Just check out that description on our YouTube video here, and you can easily cop one of these shirts yourself. Also, if you want to support the show a different way, you don't want a t-shirt, but you want to help us out, Patreon. We've got a Patreon. It is $5 a month, and it's the cost of a coffee, the cost of a beer at the bar, and you are supporting the show once a month. If enough of you do that, I can quit my day job and just make these masterpieces for you guys full time. Let's do that. Let's make that happen. All right. Now let's get back to our doggies with anxieties. Dog anxiety is real. It's a lot more real than cat anxiety.
I feel like cats have like separation anxiety. Like you talked about with Margot. Like she acts different when you're gone. Like look at my cats right now. Like they're like up on me. Like they just want to be around me. There's a whole apartment here, but they just want to be with me. I don't know what they do when I'm gone. I want to get like one of those little like cat cameras and just watch them, see what they do while I'm at work. You know what I mean?
That's like the first step into becoming a helicopter parent. It's like the very first step.
Okay. Well,
starts there.
I'm just doing it because they're cute, Like, it's not like I'm trying to punish them or like monitor their behavior. It's not like a bad thing. God. It's just because I love my cats.
I would want to monitor my pet's behavior. I want to see what Oscar does when I'm not home. I want one of those ones where I can talk to him through it. Be like, hey, buddy. And he's like looking around like, what? Dad?
Those ones that like dispense the treats.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the Japanese ones? That's like the like food dispensers for the stray cats. There's like a bunch of like cat memes that came out because of it. Like really cute cat pictures. I love it.
Cats. Am I right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite cat if you had to pick between your cats? If you had to pick between Absinthe and Tyrion.
I feel like I need to say Absinthe now, just by the way he's looking over. But I can't choose between my children. That's like pretty messed up, honestly.
It's a cop-out.
Okay, who would you choose between Margot and Oscar? Who's your favorite?
Oscar.
Whoa. Dude.
See how cold-hearted that was? See how I just went for the kill? Just gotta go for it.
That was messed up. That was wrong.
I love Margot, but like Oscar's like my little buddy. Like Oscar and I, like we do a lot together. Margot, I love her, but I love her for different reasons. Like I don't really pick favorites with anything. Like if I had a gun to my head, I would say Oscar.
But you just did. I didn't have a gun to your head, and you just picked Oscar.
In my mind, you did. That's what I was, it's a thought exercise. God. Like, people don't ever ask you your favorite thing, and you're like, oh, I feel like I should have an answer for this. Does that ever happen to you where you're like, hey, what's your favorite? Someone asked me the other day, who's your favorite producer? I don't know. You know what I said?
Guess who I said? You're in the rap business. I feel like you should know.
Can you guess who you might be able to guess.
Who? Who'd you say?
DJ Khaled. I said, you know what? DJ Khaled's probably like, he's not the best beat maker of all time, but like he's like as a human, like he's probably one of the best producers to ever. But there's other answers. See, the thing is, I barely even listen to music. It's a terrible problem of mine. So, for me to like pick a favorite, like what's my favorite movie? Even that's like so hard. What's your favorite movie? I don't know. I have like a top 10, I guess. If I had to pick favorites. My favorite movie of all time is probably the Muppets movie, the one that came out around 2010.
That's a good choice.
Thank you.
Who's in that?
That one was really
Isn't the one guy? Oh, he's in that one show, Kids in the 70s, or like Freaks and Geeks. What's his name?
Geeks. I don't know. Jason. No.
I think it's Jason something.
I'm thinking of Jason Sudeikis, but he's somebody else. Yeah.
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel. Right.
Segel? Segel?
Segel. It's Segel.
I don't know which one it is. Seagull? Like the bird?
Yeah. That's what a seagull sounds like, right?
I don't know. I feel like I'm not in like the
You're not
region.
into bird culture?
No, I'm not in the region for seagulls. I'm more of a geese kind of girl.
Oh, I can do geese too.
It's like an injured monkey.
I can do geese, but I haven't heard a goose in a minute. Like if I heard a goose, I could do geese. It's like, no, it's like a duck, dude. I forget what geese sound like.
They honk.
Yeah, I'm not remembering.
You haven't been home. You don't know.
It's frustrating because I could pull up a video, but like they won't hear it on the podcast, so they'll just hear it through my headphones of me listening to geese.
Yeah, but it'll help you get that imitation down. Like practice makes perfect, you know?
You think so?
Yeah, go for it. No one's gonna be mad at you.
It in. I think people are getting mad. I think they're listening to this and they're like, seriously, he's doing geese research right now? Like, we're supposed to be doing a podcast and he's looking this up.
No, but that's what this is all about. Like, we want quality content. And, like, this is what you need to do in order to produce that quality content. Like, it is what it is. And the real fans will get that.
I know. Sometimes I get hypercritical and I don't think about... sometimes I worry that my real fans... They have the same expectations of me that I have of myself, and it really puts me in a bind and gets my knickers in a twist, you know?
I feel like you're putting that expectation on yourself.
Are you yelling at me?
No.
I think you're yelling at me right now.
I think you're just being confronted.
You're at least judging me. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah, dude, I can't do it.
That was not a goose. What was that?
I can't do it. I could do it at one point.
What are you trying to do right now?
I was trying to do a goose.
That was not a goose. I don't know what that was. I think you need to stop.
It's whatever. It was different before. I haven't practiced in a while. Don't judge me.
I don't know what my favorite movie is. I mean, like, Over the Hedge is really good.
Over the Hedge is pretty good. Yeah. I haven't seen it in a while. There's probably a lot more people on that movie than I realized, like famous people. It's probably like the Tropic Thunder of animated comedy. There's probably so many famous people in it.
Dude, Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis was the raccoon?
That's right. That's right. See that? I already knew it. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Steve Carell was Hammy. The hamster,
Yeah.
Not hamster. What was he? The squirrel. He's a squirrel.
The squirrel.
Yeah. Wanda Sykes was Stella, which was the skunk.
Sweet.
I don't know. Thomas Hayden Church. I don't know who that is. The rest of these people I don't know. Avril Lavigne. Dude. Yo. William Shatner.
Who was he? He was either let me guess. He was the possum.
It just says Ozzy. I don't know who Ozzy is. Hold on. I gotta go to the Wikipedia. Dude, it's based on... Oh. I'm not a fake fan.
Sounds like it.
I'm not. Like, why are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at you. I'm telling you facts.
What are you eating? Are you eating?
No.
That's so disrespectful. Would you do this with like any other guest?
Yeah, I eat all the time. Eat all the time.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. That's so mean.
Whatever. I eat all the time. I'm drinking and I'm eating. I'm drinking root beer.
Oh my God. I don't even see William Shatner and Avril Lavigne as Ozzy and Heather, the possum father and daughter.
Yes. How did I know? How did I know he was the possum?
Did you? Is that what you said?
That's what I said. I said William Shatner's the possum.
Oh. I don't think you said that, but okay.
That's what I said, literally. If you rewind the tape, this is recorded. If you go back 2 minutes, that's literally what I said.
But that's not what you said. And, like, I don't think anybody's willing to go back and listen.
You can't just rewrite history.
That's what people do all the time. You really trust the government?
I trust what is written in stone. I trust what I see with my own eyes. And hear with my own ears. So
have you ever seen George Lopez?
That's a good question. So with George Lopez, it's a big question mark for me. Because I've seen a lot of things about George Lopez. I've seen the show. I've seen some of his comedy. Mm-hmm. But I have a lot of questions. Because I really wonder, like... It's kind of like birds. Like, I wonder how much of it is real and how much of it is... Let's
propaganda.
Just say... Well, I was going to say, like, a hologram. Like, you know, like... Or, like, a bodysuit. Like, I'm not sure how much of it is, like, somebody wearing a George Lopez suit. Because don't get me wrong, I think, like, George Lopez is real. I think that he was a real person, but maybe he died at a certain point. Or, like, I just think someone's probably standing in for him now. Like, if you look at a picture of George Lopez now and then George Lopez 20 years ago, it's pretty easy to see it's not the same person. The nose isn't exactly the same, and the ears are a little bit different.
Yeah, it's like Avril Lavigne, you know? She was
Do you remember
when, body double.
Do you remember when you and our mother were coming back out to the car while I was waiting in the car, and you guys told me, oh my God, Avril Lavigne was inside of that store. You missed it. Avril Lavigne was in the store. And I was like, what? Can we go back inside? I want to meet her.
No, when was this?
We were at, what's that big mall that's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes away?
Oh, Great Lakes Crossing?
Yeah, I was at Great Lakes Crossing. You guys were coming back out to the car. And it was a lie. I was like, oh, let's go back inside. Like, I want to see. And you were like, no, we're just kidding. We were trying to think of a celebrity that was, like, a good enough celebrity for us to say we saw in there. And we thought Avril Lavigne would be good.
She's, like, a good celebrity, but she's, like, you know, not that famous anymore. You'd see her in a mall. That's funny. But, like, when was that?
Probably, I don't know. I can't even remember now. Like 2017, maybe 2016.
Oh, so not that long ago.
Yeah.
I thought we were like kids.
No,
I don't
Avril
remember
Lavigne wasn't popular anymore. Yeah.
Oh.
That was before she had her Japanese revival.
I was about to say, I think that's when she was having her Japanese phase.
Man.
When did that come out?
Hello Kitty, Hello Kitty. You know what that song is?
Yeah. A classic.
Shout out Avril Lavigne. Shout out Avril Lavigne and the lead singer of Nickelback.
Actually, it came out in 2013.
Wow. Maybe it was even longer ago. Maybe it was 2013 or 2014 when you guys said it. I don't know.
Did you say Nickelback? What about Nickelback?
Avril Lavigne is married to the lead singer of Nickelback.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
That's a fact. Yep. It's a fact. Look it up. Look it up. It's true. Would I lie to you?
Yeah.
Nope. I don't lie.
They're divorced?
They were married. I don't know when they got divorced. This is news to me.
She began dating Ahmad's son in 2021.
Wow,
and
that's
they got engaged in 2022.
That's so brat. That's so literally brat. Like, that's so literally.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That's like...
That's brat?
Can I explain?
Go ahead. I don't get it.
It's when you're like a boss girl. It's like when you do something that's like totally like rebellious and like you're a boss girl and you're a girl boss.
Like getting engaged to the singer Ahmad's son. Who is he? Wasn't he dating Bella Thorne?
I don't know anything about Ahmad's son. To me that sounds like the name of a clothing brand at Aeropostale.
I thought Aeropostale was just like their own brand.
Okay, it sounds like the store across from Aeropostale at the mall. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, there literally is one, yeah. PacSun. It sounds like PacSun to me. I'm just thinking of them.
Yeah.
God. Hey, why do they call those wife beaters?
Because it's more comfortable to beat your wife in them. Like, you know, you got more movement, more like room to breathe. You know, she doesn't really have anything to grab onto. Like, there's no sleeves for her to pull. I don't know.
So how's your day been going? Has your day been going good?
You know, it's been a day. I worked today. So, like, that was fine. But, you know, it's just tiring.
Yeah. What's so tiring? The working? Your working is tiring?
No, I feel like the work itself, like, I work, like, 8 hours a day, and that's fine. Like, I'm not, like, tired because of work, but I feel like it's the drive. Like, I have to drive, like, an hour for work, and then, like, I work 8 hours, and then I drive an hour home, and then I'm just tired. Like, I'm just sitting there listening to music or listening to podcasts, and, like, I feel like it just, like, puts me to sleep like a little baby. Driving just makes me tired.
You're driving on the highway, too. You ever heard of highway hypnosis?
Yeah. Hold on, I have to burp.
Wow, guys. Everybody, can we get an L in the chat for that nasty burp? Can we get an L in the chat?
It
Spam
was
L.
natural.
Everybody
was
spam
natural.
L.
Dude, it's literally a natural bodily function, and someone out there's got to be into that. Someone out there's like glad that I did that. Yeah, no. There's probably one guy watching this that's like,
she did the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of disgusting, don't you think?
I'm sorry. Why are you trying to make me
Should we
feel
end this
shame?
now? Should we end this now? Is that what you think since you burped? Do you think we should just end it? Because I think you kind of blew it just now. I'm not going to lie. It was going pretty well, but then that happened, and
I'm like, you can cut it out. I'm sorry.
No,
like,
it's fine. I'm just kind of... I just don't know if that's like... You know, let's just keep the conversation going. Just like, let's like keep the burping to a minimum. Can we just keep the burping down? Like, if you have to burp again, I don't know if I can ask you to hold it. I don't know if that's appropriate. Like, could you?
I think it would hurt. I could, like, walk away. I can warn you. Like, we can have, like, a code word. Like, yeah. I'll be like, bananas. And then I can get up and you'll be like, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I'll, like, you know, like, you'll do your thing. And then, but, like, I'll get up and then I'm going to go to the other room and I'm going to go, like, blah, and I'll come back. And then we can, you'll go, like, blah, 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 and I'll go, like, blah, 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 you know?
That's a good plan. I like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Bananas?
Oh, do you gotta burp? Dude. That was so gross.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Your camera, like, literally followed you over there.
Like, I know. I didn't expect that. I noticed. It wasn't as discreet as I thought it was going to be. Highway hypnosis is real, though.
Yeah, I remember talking about it in psychology in high school. Like, when you're driving home, like, when you've done a drive, like, so many times, like, you don't remember, like, if you stopped at that stop sign or, like, it's real. I know it's real. Like, I do the same drive every single day. It's real.
I don't even know if I can drive long distances. Like, Mom, she used to do, like, we used to go on these trips cross country to Florida. You and I and the family, we would do this. And so, like, I know that people can do that, and probably most people can do that. But I swear to God, I drive on the highway for 4 hours, and I am ready for bed. Like, will fall asleep behind the wheel tired. Like, I'm literally, my head starts to do the thing, and I'm like, I can't be doing this right now. Like,
what's it like driving because, like, you live in the city now, so you don't have a car, like, you use, like, public transport most of the time, but when you come back home, you're driving, so what's it like? Like, does it feel different? Like, do you feel, like, uncomfortable when you're driving? Like, or is it just like riding a bike?
It makes me thankful for driving because I can't, like, I wouldn't even really want to drive here all the time. Like, maybe sometimes when the traffic's not bad, but just, like, how traffic is around here, Jesus Christ. Like, that seems like a nightmare. Seems like I would get in an accident somehow. It just seems like it. That does not sound fun. But when I'm back at home, it, like, makes me thankful for even the way the traffic is there. I'm like, bro, this is driving on easy mode. Like, if you grew up in a city and you started driving like that, you could drive anywhere. If you drove in New York, if you drove in Chicago, if you drove in LA traffic, you can drive anywhere. But if you don't start there, like, I think that's my problem. I didn't grow up here, so I, like, see that and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for the people that drive me around.
Traffic makes me so angry. Like, I can't stand it. It gets me so mad. Like, I really feel. Oh, dude, you're talking about, like, most controversial, like, the most controversial opinion. This is my most controversial opinion. I feel like people need to retake their driving test, like, every 5-10 years, and, like, renew their license. We have to renew our license for literally everything else. Like, you have to get a new hunting license every year. Like, you have to renew every other license that you have except for your driving license. And there's, like, old people on the road who took, like, their driving test in, like, 1970, and all they had to do was, like, go pick up a pizza. Like, literally, I remember Dad telling me that his driving test was him and his friend, like, the guy came to go pick him up, and then Dad drove to his friend's house, they picked him up, and then they took that guy to the dentist, and he bought them a pizza, and they just sat there and ate that pizza while he was at his dentist appointment. And that was it. Like, and they passed their driving test. Like, the kid drove them home. Like, the other guy drove home. That was it. They just took him to his dentist's office. But, like, literally, that's, this is America. But anyway, that's why I feel like people do not know the rules of the road. And it is so frustrating.
Yeah. I think you get a lot of road rage, though. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, a lot of the time I'll be on the phone with you, and you'll be like, this motherfucker just cut me off, and they fucking did this and this and this. And it's like, makes me wonder, like,
yeah,
like,
because
how
I'm
does this
talking
happen to you all the time? Like,
I'm
where do these people
talking to
come
you
from?
on my way home from work, and that's when I'm driving on the highway. And at that time, it's when everybody's getting out of work, so there's a bunch of traffic, and it's always super backed up. Like, usually, it's not that heavy traffic, and you can go, like, 70 on the highway, 75, you know, the speed limit. But usually at that time, it's really backed up right there. So everybody's like hitting their brakes. And so I like to keep some distance in between the car in front of me and myself, because I don't want to be completely slamming on my brakes. And then people will see that little gap and then just try to shove their way in there when there's not enough room to fit a car. And it's just... I'm almost hit almost every single day, and like I have to be a defensive driver, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah.
If people just use their blinkers, I would let them in. That's the thing. Like, if people just use their blinker, I would ease up and I would make room. But they don't. They don't. They just try to shove their way in there, and they think I know what they're doing, but that gap's already closing, and yeah, it sucks.
And they could kill somebody. When
Hopefully.
They're going to kill somebody. You think so? Hopefully?
No, sorry.
That's terrible.
That was the wrong response.
That's terrible. That's so terrible.
I don't know who said that.
I mean, that's a controversial opinion, though.
Yeah.
Not that you want people to kill each other on the highway, but the other one, that you want the driving test every 5 years. That's cool. That's cool. That's a cool opinion to have. It's cool to have opinions. Don't you think, like, sometimes it's cool to have an opinion rather than not have one? Or you think it's better to not have an opinion?
I don't know.
You think it's better to have an opinion or not have an opinion?
I don't know.
You have no opinion on that?
I don't have an opinion on that.
Okay. Just checking. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Sometimes it is better not to have an opinion on things. Sometimes that's better. That's something I've learned in life. Sometimes it's better to not be so sure. Your everything just got dark for a second over there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
This is not a professional production. This is not a professional production.
I'm not the one producing this. This is all you.
Did I say it was your fault? God.
Well,
I was just making a comment.
If you're saying it's not, you're just making a comment, but like, who's to blame? Not
Me.
I. Exactly.
Me.
Exactly.
But you assumed I was talking about you.
I didn't assume anything. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
No,
you're being
literally
so
did.
aggressive right now. I don't understand why you're trying to attack me. Like, you're being so mean.
If I were trying to attack you, you would know.
I feel attacked.
If I were trying to attack you, I would be throwing my hands up and like getting ready to karate chop you through this freaking camera right now.
Why would you do that? Like, I feel like violence isn't really the answer for anything, and the fact that you would try to use violence on your own family is just really telling of your character. Like, I think you hold a lot of hatred and anger inside of your heart, and you need to let that go.
I'm not doing it because I want to. I'm doing it because you're forcing my hand.
I'm not doing anything.
You're forcing my hand. Because I'm trying to be peaceful, and you are pushing this narrative that I'm not, and that I'm being violent, and I'm trying to make...
Hey, I have to burp. Hold on.
It's not what you say. You say bananas. What the hell? God. I didn't have any time to cover for you.
I couldn't hold it in anymore. I was holding it in for so long, and then we just kept talking, and it just built up and it built up. I'm also sick right now, so like I feel like I can't breathe, and like I feel like I'm a mouth breather right now. Like I'm like like I can't breathe through my nose because it kind of hurts. So everything's kind of, like, everything's just kind of bad right now for me. Like, I have my cats, and that's cool, but, like, I also can't breathe. So, that's rough.
Some people can't walk.
I can, so that's cool.
Some people can't walk, and some people can't even do anything. And so for you to say that you can't breathe, that's just an excuse, young lady. You got anything to say to that?
No.
Mm.
I'm just trying to breathe, and it's hard.
I feel like I said my piece. You should just get better at breathing. Have you practiced?
Yeah, but, like, I'm sick right now, so I feel like it's just, I can't do it, you know?
Do you do breathing exercises?
It's not even that. It's like, I feel like my sinuses, like, they don't feel plugged up, like, up in here, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like when you're sick and, like, you can feel, like, all, like, the nastiness up in your cheeks. No, it's, like, in, like, the back of my head, like, in, like, the roof of my mouth. Like, I feel like it's just, like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the feeling. Like, I feel icky, and I feel gross, and, like, it's just, it's been like this for, like, 2 weeks now. It, like, went away for a while, and now it's back. So, yeah, I feel like I have every right to complain. I feel like you just don't want to acknowledge my suffering.
Okay, that's valid. Your feelings are valid, and I acknowledge your suffering, but at the same time, suck it up, Buttercup.
Wow.
I said what I said.
I'll remember that. That. Locked in the memory bank.
You don't scare me. You don't intimidate me.
I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm just saying. Karma's tenfold. You're not having any sympathy for my sickness now, and in a month's time you're gonna be like bah, bah, like coughing up a lung, super sick, 'cause it's flu season, and I'll be like ha 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 ha.
That's rude. 'Cause I'm not laughing at you. I'm trying to motivate you onto your, like, grind set. I'm trying to help you grind and stay on your hustle. That's what I'm trying to do.
I grind all the time in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
That's cool. That's cool. How long you been playing that game for?
I don't. We had it when we were kids.
Oh, so you were lying just now.
No, I was just making a funny joke, and you just don't like me.
I think you just got exposed on camera. I think you just got exposed for lies.
You don't like women, and when a woman makes a joke, you don't like it because you can't handle a woman being funnier than you. It's like this weird, like, superiority complex that you have.
Yeah, you might be right. I do have a thing.
What was that eye roll? Why'd you just roll your eyes?
I didn't roll my eyes. I have to.
You said,
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Did I? It wasn't conscious. Okay, it wasn't conscious. I listen.
That was so rude.
With women, like, here's the thing. So
that was the misogynist, like, eye roll. Yeah, like a woman could be funnier than me. Okay. Okay, feminist.
Women are funny, okay? Women can be funny. They can be funny all the time.
Women can be funny.
Yeah, just like men.
No, like they can totally be funny. Like they can be just as funny as a man.
Poor kids are just as valuable as white kids. What was that?
Yeah. Something like that. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. But like, you're getting into semantics is the problem. You're getting into semantics and my soul is pure. And that's what people need to see when they hear me talk, is they need to know that my soul is pure.
You are literally angelkin.
You know what? Yes. I have a cousin who told me my blood type, and he told me I was angelkin. I actually think I was dragonkin, to be honest with you.
No, he told you were angelkin, but it's also pertinent to mention that he is schizophrenic.
It's not pertinent to mention that. It's not pertinent. It was better when they didn't know that.
I feel like...
It sounds completely different when you add that detail. That kind of changes the narrative. They would just be like, wow, dragonkin, what does that mean? Now they're like, oh.
Whoa, I should look into that. Like angel numbers. Ooh, manifest.
Exactly.
Ooh. Schizophrenic. You are schizophrenic.
Well.
That's what that is.
He would go to the hotel down the street just to cast his spells there because he didn't want to cast his demonic spells in the apartment or in the house.
Well, it's because he wanted to use like a blowtorch in the basement. And Mom was like, no, you can't use a blowtorch in my house. So we went to the hotel down the street.
And just so the folks know, like, I would get home from school and he would, like, talk to me for an hour about how he was talking to the dead spirits of these celebrities and how he's communicating with other people and he's killing people with his spells and he only works for the power of good, though, not the power of evil, and how it's actually a battle versus evil and he's, like, on the side of good.
You know, the entire time he was living with us, he only talked to me once. And he was just, like, complimenting my, like, Slayer pants. Like, it was like a band. But, like, that was the only time he talked to me. And I feel like he thought I had, like, bad spirits. Like, he thought I was... like,
He was scared of you.
Yeah, I think he was scared of me. Like, he was avoiding me.
He knew that you could get him, so he had to stay away.
Yeah. Like, what were they? The agents that were coming after him. I feel like
that was the other thing I was going to mention about the hotel is he would think that there were agents at the hotel when he would go there. He would see people following him.
Well, that's what he was doing. The spells that he was casting were to kill the agents that were coming after him. He was murdering people.
Yeah. Yeah.
He also talked about his past lives a lot. Wasn't he like a cowboy or like... I can't remember what it was. It was like his profile picture on Facebook was like some old picture of a cowboy, and that was supposed to be him from his past life.
I'm vaguely remembering that. He would lay a lot of details on top of me all at once. Like, that was kind of the thing, is it was an information dump. So sometimes it's hard for it all to come back to me. I might have repressed some of these memories, I have to admit,
I mean, I'm not saying any of this in judgment. Like, it's just genuinely, like, that's how he sees the world. Like, that's genuinely, like, what he thinks. Like, he thinks there's people out to get him, and he can sense people's auras, and, like, there's good spirits and angelkin and dragonkin people, and, like, that's genuinely how he sees the world. And, like, that's good for him.
The problem with schizophrenic people is that the world, like, people reacting to your craziness, like, makes you feel more crazy. So, like, the delusion is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, I think that there's people out to get me, but no one believes me, and that makes me believe it even more. Like, the conspiracy.
Yeah, like, it's just a delusion. Take these pills. Take these pills, and you won't think that anymore. Like, that's to a crazy person, to someone that's having delusions, that's not what they need to hear.
Yep. And that's the problem, is like they think that they're right. They'll tell you, like, I know that you're calling me crazy, and they'll go along with that because like they think that they have to play along, but deep down they're like, everybody else is crazy and I'm the one who sees reality. They really think that, because that's how I think that mushrooms and LSD really do stimulate schizophrenia in such a way, or simulate it, I mean. Like it's like like a simulated small version of it, so you can understand how schizophrenia could affect somebody, because a lot of those symptoms you see described.
People can have bad trips, and then that like they literally have like psychotic breaks. They're never the same after this. So like I was literally just talking to you the other day about how I was listening to like a podcast about the Manson family, and one of the members of the Manson family, Big Tex, who was like a big part of like the Sharon Tate murders and like the I can't remember the other family, but he was part of all of those like Manson murders. Anyway, but he was like a football player and whatever, and like that was like a big thing they were harping on in the case, was like Manson like turned this like good kid into this like murderous like killer, blah blah blah. But it was just literally he took so many drugs that he had a psychotic break. Like there was this like story about someone in the house, like someone in the Manson family was making tea with belladonna. I don't know what that is, but like they were making tea, like they were boiling the root, and like I don't know anything about it. Supposedly like the tea itself is like very strong, but he just like walked up and like while they were boiling, and they were like, he was like, like what are you doing, like what are you making? And he just took the root and like ate it, like was like chewing on it, and like the tea itself is super strong, so eating the root is like a lot more potent. And he was like tripping for 3 days, and he went missing, so like they all went out to go find him, and they found him in like he was like in a group of children on all fours, like walking around. What was he saying? I can't remember, but he was just tripping, like clearly tripping, and they just said he wasn't the same after that. But I don't remember where I was going with this. But yeah, no, I feel like that can induce like psychosis in people. Like it's like the same thing with weed. Like people who smoke weed for the first time, like it can trigger like schizophrenia and like paranoid delusions and shit in them, like anxiety, like that they didn't have before.
You're saying drugs might be bad?
I'm saying drugs might be bad. Some people just can't handle it. Some people are cowards, is the politically correct word.
Yeah, some people are cowards. Some people, they like hit the booth and all of a sudden they think like Dr. Phil is chasing them around in a station wagon for the next 3 weeks. It's like, bro, like, dude, why? Like, Dr. Phil is not chasing you right now. I'm looking out the back window. He's not there. And they're like, no, he was there. He was there, but now he's not there. He's not there because you're looking. Like, bro.
You can't see him. You can't? He's literally right there. Dude, right there. Look.
How about, what is it called? Sleep paralysis. How about that, though?
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
I've had like a touch of it, but I never had it for real. I remember one time I woke up and I couldn't move for like 10 seconds. I was like, because it was like I couldn't move, but I was awake and I felt that and I wanted to move, but I couldn't move. Like I didn't have motor function. But then like 10 seconds later I could move, and I was like, whoa, that was what that would be.
I had sleep paralysis one time, and I don't know if it was like actually sleep paralysis or if this was just a dream. But so I was like laying in my bed, and I woke up, like I opened my eyes, and like I couldn't move. Like I felt like there was like a super heavy weight on my chest, and like I couldn't move. But like my eyes were open, and like where my bed was, there's like that gap. Like there's the window right next to it, and there's that gap between like the wall and the curtain, so like you can kind of still see out the window, and there's a man in the window like smiling at me. And like I tried, like I'm at Dad's house, and like I tried like calling out for Dad, and like I felt like I couldn't yell, like I couldn't do anything, like I could just lay there with my eyes open, and like all like I think like I need to close my eyes, and like it'll be over, like I just need to go back to bed. And I did, and that was it. But like I don't know if that was like sleep paralysis or a nightmare. What if there was actually a man in my window? What if I'm schizophrenic?
Yeah, you could just be crazy. Who knows? I remember we had a family member. I probably shouldn't say who exactly, but just cause like maybe that wouldn't be the best detail to share with the entire internet. But I remember there was a family member who he said that he had been abducted by an alien when he was younger. I remember him saying that and thinking like, huh? And he told me the story, but I remember always thinking like, did he have sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
Experience being abducted and he just thinks he did? Or did he, like, you know, who knows?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people have that story, and it's not like they're being abducted, but like it's like they're being visited, and they're like they'll wake up in the middle of the night and they can't move, they're pinned to their bed, and like they see like flashing lights in their room, and like there's tremors in the house and like all that stuff. Like I feel like that's like a super common story. So I don't know, I feel like it could be sleep paralysis, but like aliens are also a likely possibility.
What if it's the simulators like hinting at us that like that they're just like letting you know about the simulation? Like it's like the simulators teasing you.
Yeah, like it's experiencing an update and like it's just kind of glitching out a little bit.
Yeah, and they're like, LOL, they thought that was they thought that was something, but it was just like it was a service error when we were trying to upload the thing.
Yeah.
What do you think dreams are?
I feel like it's your subconscious like trying to tell you something that you want to hear or something that you want to see. Like, I don't know, people can control their dreams, like with lucid dreaming and stuff, so it's something you can have control over. It's all just your mind producing a story. Do you have like some people get it when they read and like some people don't. Like when you're reading a book, like you're reading a story, do you like have like a movie in your head? Like can you like picture everything that's going on, or are you just reading the words on the paper? Like what do you visualize in your head when you're reading a book?
I would say there's vague images, but I don't think I visualize. I think people who paint and people who draw are probably far better at visualizing things in their head. Like there's a reason that I do things with poetry and music rather than those things. I just the way that my brain forms things, I do a lot better with words and sounds than I do pictures. So, but that's how I would look at that. Is like it's hard to visualize things. It's hard to visualize things. It's hard for me to imagine. Like, even with people's faces, like it's hard for me to imagine like exactly what their face looked like.
I feel like that's why movie adaptations of like books are so disappointing and bad all the time, is because like we build up like an expectation of what it actually is, and then like the movie comes out. What was that, the series of like the book series that you liked when you were a kid? Wasn't there a movie that came out?
Yeah, with Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, and it was like peak Brendan Fraser.
I didn't like the movie though. The movie made me mad.
Yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There was the series that me and Mom both really liked. The Peregrine I think that's how you say it. It's a bird. Like Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I can't talk.
Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
I can't do that. Anyway, no, that series was really good, and me and Mom both really liked it. And then there was the movie that came out, like, I don't know, when I was in high school, and it was directed by Tim Burton, I think, and it was just so disappointing. Like, it didn't follow, like, the story of the book, and it just, like, visually, it was not what I wanted. I think, like, the main girl, like, she didn't even have, like, the same powers. Like, they switched her powers with someone else. It was, like, dumb.
Why did they do that?
I can't remember. I haven't rewatched the movie since we saw it in theaters, because I didn't like it.
I feel like it's always, like, dumb stuff, too. Like, it's always, like, they changed it because we wanted to make the story fit, like, a 2-hour thing, and there had to be a love interest, or there had to be a like, a secondary character. Like, they changed the story to fit the format of a movie. Mm-hmm. The video game movies are the worst. The video game ones are even worse than the book ones, because the video game ones always fuck everything up. Like, Assassin's Creed was terrible. The latest one that was, like, everybody knows was bad is fucking Borderlands. Now it's like everybody's like, oh, yeah, we need to stop this. Like, the Mario ones with all these popular... Listen, you want to make a good Mario movie?
The Fallout show was good.
Yeah, but it's like, that's the thing.
The Last of Us... That was also good.
The Last of Us is mixed. I haven't seen The Last of Us, but I heard it had a lot of mixed reactions, whereas the Fallout...
you don't even know. You haven't watched it.
I'm an aviator of culture, okay? I understand culture well. I can reciprocate how the people feel. I will say, though, that Fallout, I heard a lot of good things. A lot of good things about Fallout.
That was a good adaptation. There was the series of unfortunate events. They had that movie in, like, the early 2000s with Jim Carrey in it. And that was a good movie, but it was a bad adaptation. And, like, I remember liking it as a kid because, like, for the movie, but, like, I knew, like, I also liked the books. And it was just, like, a mashup of, like, the first 3 books, and then they just kind of, like, ended it. And... Anyway, but Netflix had the adaptation, like they did the series a couple years ago, and like they did like 2 episodes per book, which like actually fleshed out the whole story, and like they were true to the story and everything, and it was actually pretty good. It was actually good. Actually,
I really liked the Netflix adaptation of series of unfortunate events. Really good. Really good.
Are you Joe Biden right now?
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty good, Joe Biden. That's pretty good.
Thanks.
I don't have too much longer. I'm supposed to be going to do an open mic, and I think I'm going to have to take a bus because I don't think... It's either that or I ride a bike. So...
Didn't you say it's going to snow?
It's like lightning. It's lightly snowing and or
lightning. It's like lightning and snow. It's fine.
It's lightning and snow outside. It's
global
only
warming's not real.
It's biblical weather out there. I mean, like...
There's literally snakes coming down from the sky, but I can just take my bike.
Yeah. I'll be fine. It's not a big deal. So you're just like some weirdo to all these people. Like, is there anything that you want to like plug or anything like that? Or are you just going to let them like accept that you are what you are and then just leave it at that?
I just am what I am. I don't really like social media. I don't need to plug anything. I don't have a TikTok. I haven't posted on Instagram since 2017. I share memes on my story, but that's about it. Yeah, I feel like people need to be off social media more. Experience life for what it is.
All right. So all those people who just watch this hour-long podcast, shame on you. Go do something with your life.
No, not that.
Way to shit
like,
talk
hey,
everybody who just enjoyed this.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm one of those people. I need background sound. I need something to listen to on my hour drive to work.
Okay. So basically what she's saying is use social media less, but listen to Ruse Radio. Make sure you listen to every single episode of Ruse Radio. If you enjoyed this episode, play it back 10 times over and memorize everything we said, and then recite it to me the next time you see me.
If you have an Amazon Alexa, if you have like one of those like Amazon show things, like just set it up and like have this like playing. You can put it on mute, like just like all of like the whole I think you got a playlist. Don't you have a playlist of all the Ruse radios?
Yes.
You could just put that on, put it on repeat. Just mute that bitch. Can I? Oh, you could bleep that. Yeah. Absinthe wants to say bye.
I think what people should do is like in the book Brave New World, how they teach the children by playing records next to their head while they sleep. I think you should play Ruse Radio next to your head before you go to bed every night. Like,
yeah,
I think
kind
that
of
would
like
be
a
good
prayer.
for you. Huh?
Kind of like a prayer.
Yes, kind of like a prayer. Like every single night before you go to bed, like have my voice playing like a seance in the background, just always. I think that'd be good for you. And with that being said, folks, this has been another beautiful, wonderful episode of Ruse Radio. Super happy to have you here, Beau and her cat. Absinthe is her cat's name.
Tyrone is right there.
You can't see him on the camera.
He's there though. You should also mention him.
So everybody, just so they know, Absinthe is on the camera, but Tyrone is off the camera, but he is perfectly valid.
He's not off the camera. He's literally right there. He's just blending into the blanket.
You can't see him. You can't see him. It's like you're pointing at like a black blob on the camera. Like no one knows what you're pointing to. If you guys can... I just saw him move. I saw him move. Now you can see him. Now you can see him.
Oh, now I have to pick him up and he's going to get all angry because I picked him up.
So everybody who's been aching to see Tyrone, here's your moment. That is Tyrone the cat. He's
the cutest cat that's ever lived and will ever live. He is the most beautiful boy and the sweetest boy.
All right, folks. And with that being said,
Ruse Radio. Clocking out. I got the world in my pocket, got a girl on my arm, got an eye in my socket, whirlwinds in my palms. I'm a free man, let me lead you along. I can show you something different, let me sing you a song. Ain't no algorithm touch me, ain't no palace this lovely. I found a way to find a way out.